Hello there, World of Tankers. I'm Blitz, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about the Vickers CR. This is the Tier 9 British light tank that has just been added into the game. Well, actually, not just been. It's been quite a bit of time now since this tank has come into the game, and this is my first time taking a look at the vehicle. However, I have had a lot of people tell me, Droodles, you got to play this tank. It is absolutely overpowered. You need to make a video on it. And I've been going up against this tank a fair amount of times, and I can say from the overpowered platoons and spamming of this vehicle, it most likely is a completely overpowered and unfair tank, because I am sick of going up against them. So in today's video, I'm going to be playing it live for you guys, and we're going to really see how this tank performs in the matchmaker. Is it overpowered, or is it just a really solid tank? So of course, if you like this type of content, please make sure to click that subscribe button down below. Really does help out the channel. But here we go, the first battle. We are actually in a very solid matchup against some tier 8s and as well a couple tier 9s. We do see some tier 9 mediums. Now the only issue I've actually had with the British lights so far is that they have armor. My opinion, a light tank should not really have armor. Like the T92E1 has armor, but it's more like Troll, where the T92 you can still very easily pen, pretty much right through the front. These tanks, you can't go through the gun mantlet. It's kind of annoying. The upper plate, you can over-angle and cause it to get some ricochets. That's something I don't like about the Vickers, because they're almost like medium tanks. So I personally feel, and this is something I'm actually pretty strong feeling by, is that Wargaming should have made the Vickers line medium tanks and then added like the Manticore to World of Tanks Blitz as a light tank. So that's one thing I feel, but you can see the gun on this tank is great. It's got an amazing reload. It's got around 3,000 DPM. I think it's like 2,800, so you've got a crazy damage per minute, and it seems to be very accurate as well, as you can see here. I'm using this bush so I'm not getting spotted. We've got the Luva. Actually, we are spotted. There we go. Let's back up. Must have been a medium tank that had crossed over here. Actually, yeah, that's quite a bit of mediums. Let's see if we can get that 54. We have a nice alpha as well, 350, so we're able to easily trade with some of the medium tanks. So is anybody going to push over this ridge? There we go. We got the Indian Panzer. And as well, this tank does shoot Hesh, because, of course, why not? So let's see. Are we going to be able to hit that? No, we are not. No. But there you go. You can see right there, turret bouncing a shell. Are we going to be able to spot? Yes, of course we can spot the heavy tanks. So let's see if we can bully them a little. 10 degrees of gun depression. There we go. Nice taps. Yeah, I can definitely see why people are calling this tank overpowered. It's just, it's a little bit too good, it seems, on most of the categories. You're a little quick. That WZ I want to be careful of. Let's see. Can we tap that T-34? I doubt it, but you know what? Yeah, I'm not even going to bother. My aiming is not accurate enough on PC to hit those types of shells. We do have an E75, though, and that does look like a pretty easy shot, as you can see, so I'm very happy with that. Now we can try and maybe deal with the WZ-120 over here, maybe the 54 threat, so let's take a look. There we go, nice Hesh shell on the side, 461. That's pretty beefy. WZ's probably going to be taken out here, so all we have next is the Indian Panzer and the 54 threat. 54 just took out our 30, though, and that's never good. You always want to have that as a teammate. But we do have that Indian Panzer right there, and let's load a Hesh. There we go, nice. Actually, that wasn't really super nice, I've got to say. That was on the lower spectrum of rolls, so let's finish off this Indian Panzer. There we go, and all we have left is this T-54 over here. So I can definitely see where people are calling this tank overpowered. It's got a crazy gun. Like, I'm not doing the most in this game, and we're still at 3,700 damage. There's still 4 tanks left on the enemy team. And, yeah, this 54 is definitely struggling to take us out here. So I'm just going to be flanking this guy, to be honest. Not too worried. So let's finish off this T-54. There we go. We have next the E75. And that T-34, we might be able to just get a lucky snap into the side. There we go. So we're already past 4,000 damage, which is kind of crazy to think about. And let's get a nice heat shell in the side. So, yeah, this tank is definitely a little overpowered. Not a little, but I can't say this tank is balanced. You can see here, this is literally the third game I've played, actually, in this tank overall, and we're at 5,400 damage. Like, this is amazing for a tier 10 battle, and the fact that we were able to get out 5,500 damage there, and I can almost bet this isn't going to be a mastery. I definitely feel that this tank is a little strong. Yeah, that's just a second class. That's kind of crazy to believe that you can do that well, only get a second class with 1400 base XP in a tier 9 tank and not get the mastery. So I definitely feel that this tank is way unbalanced. The issue, as I said, is that they're light tanks. They have the best camo ratings on the move. They've got best camo ratings as well sitting still, so that's a plus for lights. As well, this thing actually has turret armor, and unlike the Vickers, it's got a much smaller armor profile for the turret. It's like half the size, where the Vickers is this big boxy turret where you can shoot the side of it, the front of it. This tank really doesn't fall into that issue, so in my opinion, the armor profile is better. The upper plate is exactly the same as the tier 10 Vickers, so you still get troll bounces, especially in a tier 8 matchup like this. You get even more troll bounces. You have Hesh that, again, works at tier 8s a lot better than it does in tier 10s, and if you're in a tier 10 match, it still does the job. And you just have crazy DPM. You've got like 2,800, 2,900 damage per minute. So overall, I think it's just the entire thing. And as well, you've got a big, beefy 350 alpha damage, which is a nice amount for a tier 9 light tank. So I think the issue is just that they're too maneuverable, they got too much armor, and the guns are too accurate for a light tank. I feel that this should be a medium. It shouldn't have the camo rating it does, and it would be completely fine. The Vickers Light, I think, is actually a very balanced tank. I like the Vickers Light. It's just that the CR and the FE301 are absolutely annoying. You can't even pen them with a... let's see if we can just slam that shell. You can't even pen like a Vickers with a 49, which is kind of weird, because 49s are a light tank, and they should be able to pen other lights, but not that one. So here we go. You got that T32 again. You can see accuracy is pretty good on the move as well. So there we are, already up to 600 damage within the first minute of a game. Anybody want to be spotted? That is a Vickers CR. That's a pretty deadly tank, actually. So I'm going to be maybe trying to get out of here. If this bat chat does clip us out, it's not the end of the world. Let's just get some Hesh into the bat. So there we go. Nice tap. And we're probably going to be hit one more time. Actually, no. But let's get another Hesh shell out. So there we go. We've pretty much ruined that bat chat stay already. And yeah, that's the Vickers for you. So we're probably already at around, I don't know, 2,000 damage. And we're still going pretty strong here. Let's load some heat shells. Armor. Yeah, that's not an issue with this tank. So that's one nice tap. We have the AMX's butt over here, so let's see if we can get maybe a Hesh shell into the back. There we go, 368. Now, this bat chat really wants to clip us out, so I'm not too worried about that. We'll deal with this AMX over here. Oof, that was my fault actually there. Maybe we can get another shot at this AMX if it turns to the side. Come on, AMX, you know you want to. Come on. There we go. Oh, actually we didn't get it in. I'm very surprised. But, yeah, we're still doing pretty strong in this game. You can see the armor on the turret is very weird for the Vickers. Now, that was a very nice tap we actually got there. We're already at 3,000 damage for this tank. And it's kind of crazy to believe how quickly it does rack up damage. It doesn't seem natural for how it's crazy how much damage this thing really gets out. Now, we do have Hesh, which means I should be able to outtrade this enemy Vickers. There we go. And hopefully this AMX does help me out. There we are. So that was very nice, and all that's left are two enemy vehicles. We've got the M6 and the T34. So you can definitely see, this is actually the first time I even tried playing the vehicle, first time attempting recording, and we've gotten out a solid amount of damage from both of these matches. And it's not like, you know, we got out 3,000 damage. This is some serious damage here. Now, we might actually die. Nope, T34 missed us, which is very solid for us. So let's see if we can get in a Hesh shell. There we go, nice Hesh into the side. So all that's left is the M6 Experimental, so let's see if we can maybe get one more Hesh. And there you go, 432 damage, finishing off the game. I definitely think that the Vickers needs a balancing factor. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. But this is 2 matches now. We're at 4,483 damage. So for both of these games averaged out, we're at about 5,000 damage. So we'll do one more game. I just want to see if we can maybe get into a tier 10 match. Well, I guess not. I guess it's beginner's luck since I only have a couple battles in this game. Not this game, but this tank, should I say. So I guess we'll just finish off on this game, seeing how it does go. Maybe finally get a string of bad luck. But I definitely feel that it's just too strong in every single area. Let me know what you guys think, but I definitely think it is. And you can see here that even I'm not the best on... you know, I'm not the best on PC, as I'm trying to pay attention to the typing there. But I'm not the best on PC. I can't hit all of my shells. And if you put this tank in the hands of a great player, they can pretty much change the outcome of a game, I feel, absolutely. So, that bat chat, I'm not sure what it's doing, but, oof. Okay, so we've got the T-54. Now, I don't want to pull over this ridge, of course, because they do have 2 tank destroyers, and that means I will be spotted by them. So, let's see. Oof, that actually did not pen. There's our first unlucky shell of the game. So, not much is going on right now. I still want to make sure that nobody taps me over that ridge, especially tank destroyers. We got the Tiger 2 on the side. Using our 10 degrees of gun depression here, we might be able to slam a shell into that Tiger if it just pulls out the slightest. So let's take maybe a blind shot. Let's hope that that did damage him a little. We've got the bat jet pulling over the ridge now. Not much we can do, to be honest, on damage as of right now. So maybe we can pull up here. Nope, still not. T-54, even with the stock turret, is actually a pretty solid tank. So let's see. We've got the bat jet right there. There we go. First penetration. You can see I literally stand out in the open, not even worrying about being penned in the turret, because that's how strong this tank's turret is. It's absolutely ridiculous. So what do we have? We have the bat chat and the 54. I'm most likely going to target the bat chat. Let's see if we can slam a shell, because of course I've got that hesh. I can whip a large chunk of hit points right off the bat chat in the first couple of seconds. There's another chunk. You can see the gun is crazy on the vehicle. That damage per minute is through the roof compared to other tanks at tier 9. So here we go. Let's see if we can get a shot into the T-54. Now, unfortunately, we were shot in the side, so let's back up here. I'm not sure what hit us. Maybe that KV-4. Alright, let's just use our mobility here. Let's hope that shell did connect. So what do we have? We've got the WT, who's somewhere sitting in the back, who I definitely want to be a little bit careful of. We've also got a Mowry, so they definitely have some deadly tanks. Looks like our shell hit that KV-4, and, well, that one definitely did, so that's nice. That WT's probably sitting right there. However, we weren't spotted, of course, because we are in a light tank, so that's always nice. And our team is actually not doing too well on the heavy side. Well, you know what? I take that back. They're pretty healthy. It's just that the enemy team, I guess, never pushed out. So what do we have? We have the Tiger here, who we actually cannot... Actually, we can. There you go. That's a hash pen in the rear of a tier 8 heavy tank. So there you go. Fair and balanced. WT missed us. I actually thought that WT fired. I didn't realize until it fired at me there that it hadn't of. So let's see if we can get another hesh. No, unfortunately not there. I want to actually get out of harm's way. So there you go. WT missed us once again, which is good. That's very good. I'm just using my mobility to make him miss his shells. I kind of want to deal with like this VK over here because, you know, that's a lot of damage that I can get easily. I don't really want to play with a WT that can whip off my entire hit point pool in a matter of seconds. So there we go. Nice tap into the VK there. Can we actually pen a VK with hash? No, we cannot. But we're still going to get out a nice amount of damage on this VK. E75 bounced to shell, which, you know, more damage from me. So there we go. Another nice shot. Ear finished off. Now we have the Mowry over here. Let's see if we can get a nice tap into the side of the Mowry. No. There is my strong PC skills showing off. But let's get this pen on the Mowry here. Maybe another love tap right up the butt. There we go. 568 damage into the Mowry. And, like, you can see I'm definitely not the best on PC. Like, I'm not showing the most skills. And we're still able to output just a crazy amount of damage here. So, there we go. Nice tap from the ISU. Got my teammate a little bit of damage there, which is always nice because I really don't care about damage in this type of scenario. Again, this was a great game. How much damage did we get out? 5,833. And I could have easily not pushed that WT out, gotten another 300, 400 damage out. So you can see 3 games, all of them, 5,000, 4,000, 5,000 damage. That is ridiculous. I definitely feel that this tank needs to be nerfed. Wargaming, if you're listening, please nerf it in update 7.1. You don't need time to get the data from this vehicle. You can tell just by literally watching people play this tank and seeing people playing it like this that it's not a fair tank. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, because I personally don't feel that this was really luck. It wasn't even skill-based. Like, of course, it does require skill to shoot the hash and pen your shells, but I'm not the best on PC. I'm a mobile player, and yet I'm still able to do better than pretty much all my other tier 9 vehicles in this tank in the first 3 games I've played in it. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Make sure to click that subscribe button if you do like this type of content, but other than that, stay happy, stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next one.